So this is a 2008 GMC Envoy. It has a leak in the power steering cooler. It's all rusted up, which seems to be pretty common on these, unfortunately. I mean, it only has 80,000 miles on it, and for 2008 it shouldn't be doing that, but I live in Pennsylvania, so they salt the roads like crazy. But first thing you have to do is you got to take this grill out and the bumper cover. And all you have to do for the grill is there's a couple clips right along the top. You just use a flathead screwdriver and you can pretty much just pop them right out. You want to be pretty careful but not put too much pressure on it. Once you have that, pops loose. I've already had the right side already loosened up, and then it just lifts straight up. There's little slots in the bottom. And then there's two bolts on the side here, a clip in the middle, which you will need a little trim tool like I have here. And there's also two of those little trim clips on the sides too. So I will be right back as soon as I get these clips and bolts out. Alright, I'm going to try to show you how to do this with one hand, so I'm not sure how it's going to go. But I have all the clips out of the bumper. Down here at the bottom at the air dam, there's one there. It's on each side. It's just a plastic clip where you pop the center out, then the whole thing comes out. On the sides here, there's these little pins that hold the bumper on. There's right in the center, there's the little latch that keeps it from sliding forward. You have to get your hand in there and push that in like that, and then you can push forward on the bumper, and then it'll let it slide forward just like that. And now it's off, and you have to get your for the Envoys, you have your turn signal lights and your fog lights. As soon as you get them connected, you can, or disconnected, you can pull your bumper off. Alright, so now as you can see, the front bumper cover's off. There was also 4 of these little connectors, or I don't know what you call them, body clips. There's 4 of them up underneath the bumper cover that I had to pop out with the little tool that I showed you, this little guy. Also, the 2 bolts that were on the top here were 10 millimeter. I believe these 2 bottom ones, there's 2 bolts that hold your power steering cooler on. I believe they are 13 millimeter, but I will let you know as I am doing that one. The power steering cooler is out. It is 13 millimeter bolts. It sits down underneath the front bumper like this. Then there is just 2 clamps that hold rubber hoses onto these 2 pieces. As you can see, it is very rusted. The fins are completely deteriorated. The new one looks like it's built a lot better. Try not to get it too dirty, but there's the old one versus the new one. It actually has a little bit of framing around the fins, and it just looks to be a lot better built than the one that came from GM. Just kind of a shame. I mean, like I said, this only had 80,000 miles on it. It's not that old. So, also another tip if you guys are doing this, shop around. I've heard rumors it's over 200 bucks at like AutoZone. I got mine at Amazon. Rock Auto was about the same price. Amazon or Rock Auto, just make sure you get it for the right vehicle. Also, this job is not bad. It looks intimidating that you're pulling this off, but pulling the grill and the bumper literally take 15 minutes. It looks way worse than what it is. So, I mean, you literally have your 2 bolts for your bumper, and then your pins, and, you know, just clips for the grill. It's super quick, and it's really not worth paying somebody to do, you know. It's very easy. And putting everything back together, you know, it's just going to be getting everything clamped back up, getting the reservoir filled back up, and cycling oil, or not oil, but the fluid through a couple times. And when you do that, just, you know, check your fluid pretty frequently after that too, just in case you get any air bubbles or anything like that through the lines. You know, you don't really want to run your power steering pumps low. Alright, so as you can see, everything's all done, finished up, and the grill's back in, bumper's back on. One thing to remember whenever you put your fluid in, you know, everything's got to be hooked up, and you fill your reservoir up, you know, start your vehicle up, you know, while it's running, and turn your wheel back and forth a couple times, you know, get fluid, push through all the lines. I went through that process probably 3 or 4 times, you know, made sure I got that power steering fluid through all the lines pretty good. And I'll probably even go back through and check it maybe tomorrow or the next day as I drive it, you know, get some miles on it. You know, just in case there is an air pocket somewhere, or if there is a leak. I mean, hopefully there isn't, but just in case, it's a good idea to get back and check that stuff, you know, after you're done doing something like that. But overall, hopefully this helped you guys do it. It's definitely something it's worth doing versus paying somebody. It's really not as bad as it looks. So, well, thanks again.